pioneer a field, passing on information to the next generation. So how was it?
Well, you know, creating something is it's funny because you're not born into a family and somehow then you get taught, you get taught to speak English and you get taught to how to eat with a fork and a spoon. Everybody helps you and you learn the stuff you need to do, right? But when you pioneer something, you don't have any guidelines. So where does it come from? Well, you see something and it really affects you. Could be it really bothers you, the way maybe somebody gets treated. It could be anything. Could be you wonder why people do a certain thing and it doesn't make any sense to you.
Or you're amazed by something.
Or you're amazed by something, yeah. So it's something that grabs you. And the reason for it is completely personal. So there's no way to say, well, I look at your brother and I say, oh, he would be really good if he got excited about teddy bears, right? But you can't, it doesn't work like that. It's really very individual, very personal. It's very, very private and very personal. And then something gets a hold of you. And it literally gets a hold of you, and you think about it all the time, and it doesn't go away. And you feel you want to do something.
Is that what happened with the oils?
That's what happened with me when I learned about that oils were damaged by processing and by cooking. And I was sick, and I said, we should be making oils with health in mind. I can't get healthy on damaged oils. And I got really excited. And then omega-3s, this researchers found it's essential, because that only happened after I got poisoned, that came out. And I got so excited. I said, oh my God, 99% of the population doesn't get enough omega-3. They're essential, so there have to be lots of problems because people aren't getting enough. Every cell needs them. And I said, holy smokes, I could help so many people. And I got so excited. It's like, I found a purpose. I found something to do that isn't like, oh God, gotta do that? Oh no, not that again. I just got so excited. And that's what drove it. And then when we say, okay, well, we need to build a way to protect the oils when they're being made. So after that, I mean, once you get excited, it just becomes logical.
And so it's burning excitement?
So where do we get, once you got the burning excitement, then it's like, okay, where do we get the omega-3s? And where do we get the omega-6s? And how much of each do we need for best results? And how do we make the machinery so the oil isn't damaged while it's being made? And how do we package it? And, so we made tons of decisions that we had no guidelines for, other than we wanted to do it, and we wanted to make sure that it was done with really good quality. Because when you lose the quality, then you lose the health benefits. And so we put that together. It was all driven by enthusiasm. I got so excited. We had no money, so we started like from scratch. But we were on fire to do this, to bring this to the world. It was really like that. And then it all slowly, for 15 years, I didn't make any money. But I was excited, and so everything that I had to write a book. I had never written a book, writing a book and going through the research and making sure that I understand what I'm doing, takes a lot of effort, but it never felt like I was working really hard. But we had long days and we worked weekends and, we didn't take time off, and we were on the road for 101 days and went to 85 cities in a van without air conditioning in summer heat in the southern U.S. It's like where it gets really hot. And every 2 or 3 days we'd be like completely sticky because we were sweating so much. And then we'd go to a hotel and we'd go where the people work out, and we'd take showers and wash our clothes and then go back in the van and keep going. It was crazy. And we did the whole thing on raw vegetables, because when we ate carbs, we fell asleep. And when we ate meat, we felt too heavy. And we just learned that just by doing it. And then we literally talked to anybody who would listen to us about this thing that we were so excited about. Oh my God. Flaxseed oil came out of that, and then flaxseed oil is not well balanced, so I became omega-6 deficient on it, and then I put a blend together, and that's what Udo's oil is. all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff, all in one, in the right ratio, in the right packaging, in glass, you know, refrigerated.
Is it important that it's in dark glass?
Yeah, because the lighter the glass, the more light goes through. As long as it's in the box, of course, there's no light getting through the box. But once you take it out of the box, you put it in your fridge. Every time you open your fridge, light goes through the glass. So the darker the glass, the better. If I'd have had black glass, I would have put it in black glass. But we didn't have black glass. And if you make your own bottle and you have, you know, you want it to be black glass, then you have to buy an enormous number of bottles. And you know, we were like a little small factory, making a few hundred, then a few thousand, and then 100,000. And it's not, the volume isn't big enough to get your own bottle. So there's always issues involved as where do you get the materials. But it was fun, you know, and I never felt like I was working, but we always made decisions to make it the best we could possibly make it. And it was so fun to make those decisions. And then people would want to work with us if they didn't treat our oil with the same care that we wanted that oil to be treated with. We tell them we wouldn't do business with them. So we set standards, like on every level of doing that, we set the standards. And we told people they had to follow, if they wanted to work with us, they had to follow our standards. Because there's no point in making another wrecked oil, you know, and you can make a bit of money on it, but if it doesn't help people get healthier, why would I even want to do that? So it was, yeah, and some people call it a magnificent obsession. That's what drives people when they, you know, and it's interesting because there are no guidelines, so you literally can invent whatever you want.
So you got fulfillment from it? So that's why you did it?
Yeah, but I was already fulfilled. So fulfillment, it was more an expression of fulfillment than a way to get fulfillment. Because you're already fulfilled. If you can just get out of your head, you're already full of life. That's your fulfillment. You're full of life, right? And then once you're full of life and you know how to go there and you know how to be in that, then you do something that helps people.
You know, you remind me of Walt Disney. He says it's growing up, growing old is mandatory, but growing up is a choice. Like he says, he says, be a kid, still be a kid. And he says he makes his films not for kids, it's for the kid inside all of us.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah, and I agree. I'm 75 now, and I don't feel old.
You still have fun.
I have fun. Every day is fun. Yeah.
I mean, you're so pumped up.
Yeah, yeah.
You have more energy than most people half your age.
Yeah, that's true. But it's not because I have more energy. It's because I don't waste it thinking, should I, shouldn't I, blah, blah. You know, we spend a lot of energy. We waste a lot of our energy in uncertainty and indecision. And I don't have that problem. I know what I'm here for. I know what I love. I'm doing what I love. And so I have the energy to do it because I'm not wasting it.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.